Hey guys, I wanted to give you a quick update. I know I said I was going to help y'all in the student loan forgiveness journey, and I want to give you a quick update, a couple of things that have changed and things that you should be aware of. Remember in the last video, if you haven't watched it already, check it out. In the last video, I told you to make sure you submit your form, your employer certification form, so that you can have the Department of Education do a check on to see if you have any payments that previously did not qualify that now qualified. So as I mentioned before in my other videos, I recertify every year. So I got this email yesterday saying that some of the payments that previously counted are now going to count towards my 120 payments. Woo! So I think this is a step closer to getting to that journey. And I'm not the first. I've been talking to other people ever since they made the announcement on October 6th. They've been putting in things into work. So I'll share another comment from one of our other viewers who said that she said, I follow what you said, and they said that I qualify for forgiveness. And I was like, I love good news from our viewers. So if you were ever doubting whether you should do it, here's some confirmation that you should submit your form. What's happening is the waiver form, they're going to do a waiver saying, like, if you haven't submitted your form, your employer certification form between now and October 31st, 2022, you have a limited waiver to submit it. And what they'll do is any payments that previously didn't qualify, and on any loans that previously were not under the direct loan, they'll now qualify as well. So any kind of payments you made, you can think of in the last however many years, submit the form. I know some people's problem is they didn't have direct loans and they need to consolidate. I did a whole video about that. Check out the videos in a short. So it's very short. It shows you how to go and log into the Department of Education so that you can consolidate if you have a loan that does not qualify. It has to be a federally backed loan, I believe. So just it wasn't a direct loan, right? So you can consolidate that and then you would be eligible for forgiveness. So catch up, we have a whole playlist now of student loan forgiveness. So catch up on the student loan forgiveness playlist so that you can make sure you get all the information, because every day something is changing, something is new, and it's benefiting you. So it's not just about talk, they're actually doing stuff now. So I wanted to hop on here real quick because things are changing and I want to make sure you are updated as soon as it happens. Comment below if you have any other questions about my journey or if you have any questions about yours. I know some people had questions about their employers. This is not the widespread student loan forgiveness. It's for people who are working in the public sector, so the government, whether it's federal or state, or a nonprofit agency. This is what this loan forgiveness is for. So keep that in mind. We have some other things happening with, it doesn't matter what position it is. I know some people say it's for teachers, firefighters, first responders. This one I'm talking about is for any position you have in the federal government or state government or city government and nonprofit. So if you're one of those people, submit your form. You might be pleasantly surprised when you get an email about updating about the payments and that you may be closer to have your loans forgiven. I know some people has also commented about like, oh, you should pay your bills. The whole point of the public service loan forgiveness is for people who have chosen to work in the government versus private sector, where you're possibly getting paid more money, right? They're chosen to work in the government sector or nonprofit, and they want to kind of incentivize the people who made the choice to work in the government versus the nonprofit. And so one of the ways of doing it, this is one of the fringe benefits, is to have your loans forgiven if you choose to work there. So for those of you haters, I'm not thinking about y'all, but I wanted to address it. For those of you wondering like, why should it be forgiven, is because chosen to choose the path of public service, and this is one of the ways that their public service is giving back for your service to the public service and for nonprofit. All right, like I said, any other comments or questions, comment below.